Hi, guys. Welcome back to Cryptid Chronicles. In today's file, we're going over government conspiracies and cover-ups. If this interests you, stick around. Let's roll. All right, Zach. I know you were doing some little documentary watching and researching on some stuff. What?
So Edgewood, Aberdeen human experiments took place in Maryland.
Okay.
So
when?
1955 to 1975. Yeah, it was the U.S. Army Chemical Corps conducted classified human subject research at the Edgewood Arsenal in Maryland, part of the Aberdeen Proving Ground Complex. It's where they tested LSD, PCP, other nerve agents, mustard gas on U.S. soldiers. And it was, I think, it exposed about 6,700 to 7,000 soldiers to over 250 different chemicals.
Like the LSD experimentation on subjects without their knowledge. I know that was also with that MK Ultra stuff.
Yeah.
They did do that stuff too.
So, and they claim that it was, they wanted to test this for chemical warfare, to where they wouldn't have to cause so much destruction when towards enemy forces. So, I mean, they had the good mindset on it, like long term, but then to sacrifice our own people to test this stuff out,
yeah,
it's a little messed up. Like, just the long-term effects on some of this, like, people still don't know what all of the long-term effects are, because most people didn't survive, and then the ones that are still alive, they either have some type of cancer or really bad health, just their health is shit.
Yeah. It's a little fucked up.
Yeah. I would like, if there's a documentary to watch on it, it would be the Discovery Plus channel has one. It's a documentary over the whole thing. It talks about all the different tests they did. It goes more into the doctor that was in charge of all of it. And then, because this all started roughly, at the end of World War II, they were getting some of this stuff from the Nazi scientists.
I was going to ask, was it a U.S. doctor that was doing this stuff? Or
yes,
was it? Yeah.
But, a lot of the scientific researchers on the teams were former Nazi scientists. So we're taking the world's most well-known enemy, using their dirty tactics to bring to the United States. That's kind of shady.
When the end of the war and stuff, I thought it was just kind of weird how we, were accepting the doctors, Nazi doctors,
right,
and giving them, asylum that weren't working for us. You don't think that they might try to...
Right, that should be that's an enemy of the state.
Right? I mean...
Yeah.
That's borderline let's get Osama bin Laden over here and have him work with us, and he can work
how do you
for us
trust
and
it?
do stuff. Even though I personally believe that Osama bin Laden was a CIA agent who did actually work for the government.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crap.
And then with the Edgewood experiments and whatnot, there was no long-term plan for aftercare, so that any of the soldiers that volunteered, because the way they let it out to us, I think back then you didn't join the army, you were drafted, you didn't have a choice. So then this whole scientific volunteer project duty comes on, and then the promise of the crappy jobs they'd have to do, no latrine cleaning, no kitchen duty, it's kind of sounds almost like a vacation for them. So, but they weren't told the full truth until after they've already started these experiments, and people were getting locked in these white rooms by themselves.
What year did you say this was?
It shows on here 1955 to all the way to 1975.
20 years.
That's crazy, because that's around the exact same time as MK Ultra.
Yeah, MK Ultra. Yeah,
Because
should have been MK Ultra, and I think it's the same time as like the Project. Was it 211?
I
Is
don't
that the
know,
one I was talking about
I heard you
earlier?
say something like that. But like the CIA conducted mind control experiments on American and Canadian citizens in 1953 to 73. They were given LSD and other drugs without consent, while some underwent hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and verbal abuse.
I was like, they was talking about that on here. Like, it was so not only physical, emotional, and then sexual abuse. What the hell were they doing to these soldiers?
I don't know, like the MK Ultra, the program was exposed in 1975 when a congressional investigation uncovered thousands of documents that had escaped destruction orders. Someone didn't do their job, and they got found out. Bum, 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 bum.
That's crazy.
Which is stupid, because like some of the stuff that like is going on in the world like now, and then people, when things come out and conspiracy theorists and all that, where they say, well, the government did it, and everybody's like, the government wouldn't do that. But all this stuff, did you seriously think that the government would do the experiments that you were talking about for after the war, and then MK Ultra mind control with LSD on American and Canadian people? Do you actually think the government would do that? I guarantee everyone did not think the government would do that, but then it actually finally came out that the government did do it. So what's to say that the government ain't doing this stuff now?
Oh, I guarantee you they still are.
I mean, it's the government.
They've
high
always
in power,
controlled the population.
high in power. I mean, you know how hard it is to get a child to stop doing something? I mean, you think these high and mighty government officials, you think they're just going to be like, oh, our bad. We won't do it again.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you will.
Like, I think they are capable of doing anything today, even if not more secretive now than back then.
And they even have more ways of controlling you. Like with YouTube, with TikTok and X and fucking all the streaming shit, and they have access to all that. AI. You're saying that, I mean, they could probably program AI, so when you ask a question, the answer that AI gives you is what the government wants it to give you. So therefore, technically, you do not actually know the truth, only what the government wants to tell you.
I think that's why they've cracked down on these like they took over these networks, because of the internet.
Yeah. Well, if you think then too, like, so back in that day, all these vaccines that people take nowadays, is like from the time you're born till adulthood.
Yeah.
Half those didn't exist back then. I know some of them were for like you got your smallpox and all that stuff
to eradicate the horrible shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, there's so many more vaccinations now that's what we're told they're for.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been generations that survived just fine without. I mean, you do got those families out there that I don't vaccinate my kids.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, you got to. Okay, so with the vaccinations for children to go to school and stuff like that, you got Bill Gates coming out and saying that their plan, what needs to happen, is that the world's population needs to decrease by a certain percentage. How are they going to do that?
right.
How are they going to do that? They're going to take the children, they're going to inject them, so therefore their lifespan is not as long.
I'll say, because like if you look back at your World War II generation, 80, 90 to 100 years old, easy, average.
Yeah.
Each year, I don't know about y'all's family, but like my family, every year the generation dies 10 years more.
And if anything, they lived in harsher conditions than what we do.
No.
Yes, now
we're pampered.
I will say the what has changed is the quality of the food.
That too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got motherfuckers. I think Bill Gates was one of the people that was 3D printing meat, fake meat, grown in a lab. And then when you actually think about it, like with McDonald's hamburgers,
Yeah.
Oh, that shit lasts forever. Like, it's probably not edible.
Not only that, but McDonald's serves millions and millions of burgers a day.
Yeah.
Each day, there's not enough cows in the world to cover that.
Yeah. So like,
Oh, so
what the fuck kind of meat is
like,
that?
They're 100% beef.
Is not 100%. Yeah, 100% lab grown beef.
Yeah.
Artificially flavored beef.
Something.
You know how Trump always eats fast food? Like he doesn't.
He just got McDonald's delivered the other day.
Like he doesn't eat like store-bought food and shit like that. Like I think maybe the reason he eats only fast food is because of the amount of preservatives that's in it, that bacteria and horrible shit can't grow on it, so therefore he knows it's safe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Oh.
crazy.
But like, if you you've seen those videos to where like someone like they do it on YouTube all the time, where they'll take like a McDonald's burger and let it sit for a whole year,
and it looks exactly the same.
It looks exactly the same. I mean, granted, you can tell the quality went down a little bit, but it's still solid form.
What was the fries? 5 or 10 years old, still wasn't molded.
Right, like that's weird.
But yeah,
what the shit?
Like Wendy's, like when you do it with the mold, and like within days. Burger King, a Whopper, mold within days. Not McDonald's.
McDonald's, part of the Illuminati.
Oh, that Burger King be tasting pretty good.
I do love me some Burger King. I prefer Burger King over McDonald's, Wendy's, Hardee's definitely. Burger joint wise, I prefer Burger King.
All right. So I did find more on the Edgewood Aberdeen experiments. So this is their experimental percentage hours of like what they did. So, and this is what they would do on our U.S. soldiers. So incapacitating compounds, there was 29.9% of volunteer hours for that. Lethal compounds was 14.5%. Riot control compounds 14.2%. And then protective equipment and clothing 13.2%. Developmental evaluation and test procedures 12.5%. All right, and then so 12.5% of the volunteer hours was the development evaluation and test procedures. So 6.4% of the volunteer hours was effects of drugs and environmental stress on human psychological mechanisms. 2.1% of the volunteers hours was human factor tests, ability to follow instructions. Which, if you look online, they actually have videos of that. Like, they would inject the soldiers with LSD and PSP and then make them do their drill routines in the mornings. Yeah, it was weird.
That's crazy.
And then...
It's like gym on the weekends.
7.2% of the volunteer hours was other. Visual studies, sleep deprivation, etc. My whole thing, though, so 14.5% of all the volunteer hours was for lethal compounds. Lethal compounds would mean... I mean, that would kill him, wouldn't it?
I mean, you'd think.
And then
that's the definition of lethal.
Right. We're going to give you a shot and see how long it takes you to die.
So, and then, like, incapacitating agent is a chemical or biological agent which renders a person unable to harm themselves or others regardless of consciousness. That was the most used. Volunteer hours towards that.
Damn.
So, but after all these experiments were done, that's the BZ gas was listed as weaponized but never used. Allegedly. That's insane. But yeah, if you ever watch it, you need to watch it. It's on the Discovery Network. That's the Aberdeen. It's the Edgewood Aberdeen experiments documentary. Amazing. Like, it has actual videos. It shows the videos, the interviews with the lead doctor before he died. Like,
that's crazy. You guys ever heard of Operation Northwoods?
Northwoods.
Operation Northwoods.
Refresh my memory, Eric.
All right, so Operation Northwoods was back in 1962.
Okay. I just don't think you can trust the government from like the 50s on past.
Right. So like military leaders in 1962 proposed staging fake terrorist attacks on American soil to justify war with Cuba.
Sounds familiar.
The plans included sinking boats of Cuban refugees, hijacking planes, and bombing Miami.
Whoa.
So President Kennedy rejected the proposal, but documents detailing these plans weren't declassified until 1997, shocking many Americans who couldn't believe their government would consider attacking its own citizens.
Yeah, we gotta look at it. When was Kennedy assassinated?
In 63. A year later.
Makes you wonder.
All right. But I mean, just staging fake terrorist attacks in order to justify going to war with Cuba. Does that
sounds familiar?
Yeah.
Ring anything?
9/11.
Yeah.
Like that whole situation with 9/11 was.
It's all put on.
I know Jim was big on too.
Everything, just doing that shit just to go to war is all it was. And then they claimed they had the documents a week beforehand saying they were going to crash planes into the building. You're telling me that these guys beat our multi-million-dollar security system with a box cutter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously. Think about it.
It's like not only that, but there was some discrepancies in some financials, and they were going to audit the government and in the Pentagon.
Yeah, and that was.
And then a plane hit the Pentagon right where those said documents were.
Yeah, because that wasn't even supposed to, like, at first that wasn't even the planned target or the designated target, right?
Right.
When they came out later after everything was said and done.
It was supposed to, one of the planes, the passengers subdued the hijackers, and they crashed the plane themselves away from.
Yeah.
It was in a field or whatever.
Yeah.
So they detoured that one, but yet then they crashed 2 planes into our towers, and then they flew 1 plane right into the Pentagon.
Which is crazy.
Well, moments before the World Trade Center Building 7, BBC was doing a news announcement saying that Building 7 has collapsed. Meanwhile, as she's saying this, Building 7
still standing. Yeah, I seen that shit.
I was young. I was in 4th grade, I believe, when 9/11 happened.
Oh yeah, I was I think 7th, 8th.
I was a freshman in high school.
But I remember sitting in the classroom when everybody got the news on that.
But later on down the line, I because of my paranoia and all that other good shit, did some researching and stuff, because of the main thing was the Kennedy assassination for me.
Mm-hmm.
That I was like, ain't no way this makes sense. He was behind him, shot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, there's no way. So looking into that and government cover-ups and conspiracies and stuff like that, that's a little rabbit hole, and I started going down it, and that's when like the whole 9/11 stuff popped up, and I'm looking into that stuff, and then I don't know. The fact that what some conspiracy folks are saying, people on a conspiracy about 9/11, the government back in 1962 did that exact thing, or proposed that exact thing to Kennedy, and he rejected it. Then a year later, he's no longer president.
That's crazy.
And then was that who took over for him?
Johnson.
Then we go to war.
Yeah, that was their inside man.
Yeah, and the thing about, and he's supposed to have Kennedy's back. He's the vice president. But I always seemed my grandparents even said, "Oh, Johnson's behind it." That's what they always told me.
Have you ever watched any, like, movies and stuff? It's like that. You never trust your vice president. They're out to get you.
Another thing I want to mention about the 9/11. A week before the terrorist attacks, they had the elevator shafts shut down for maintenance. Inside those elevator shafts, there were support beams to support the structure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it didn't collapse. They bombed those buildings. As you hear it come down, you hear it boom, boom. They claimed, oh, that's the concrete slabs slamming into each other. Okay, well, you're telling me all the computers and phones throughout those buildings, not one was discovered. Everything was incinerated. Thousands of computers and phones throughout those 2 buildings, and not one's discovered. Makes no sense.
another one of the operations, which right after the World War II, with the Nazi scientists and stuff, was Operation Paperclip. That was when the U.S. government secretly recruited over 1,600 Nazi scientists and engineers, and the officials deliberately whitewashed the scientists' backgrounds, removing evidence of Nazi Party membership and SS connections from their records.
Why would you do that?
That's crazy.
Why?
See, they were probably part of their...
The program remained classified until 1990s, when the full extent of the government's willingness to overlook war crimes for scientific advantage became clear. So they were doing that just to get like an advantage in science using Nazis.
They did some like pretty messed up experiments.
But that also fuels my little fucking thought process on where I believe that Hitler was in touch with extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
I believe he got technology from them. Dude, you're telling me Germany was like, fuck you, world. We can take you on with just their little military. Well, not little, but I'm just saying their military and their arsenal, which
I will say, like, because some of the like stuff they had was like next level, like crazy.
Where do you think they got it?
Like his Hitler's train.
Oh yeah,
super train he had, like that was unheard of at the time.
And then the images of Hitler standing next to what resembles a fucking UFO that they used. I'm just saying. I personally believe that Hitler did not die in that bunker.
Oh yeah,
I believe he left.
Suicide.
I do not believe that he committed suicide. I do not believe that he died there. I believe that he escaped and went to Antarctica at a Nazi base.
Yeah.
I believe that he was there. I also believe, you can call me stupid, whatever you want to, recharge or whatever, but I believe that Hitler went to the moon and had a Nazi base on the moon.
The moon.
100%.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's why Antarctica, they won't let you in certain spots in Antarctica.
You can't go unless you're a high-ranking official or a scientist.
I'll say you can go as a scientific expedition, but like you have to go and sign up through their stuff. I don't know. It's like me. I could believe the Antarctica one more than I could the moon one. I still don't believe we've been to the moon. Like I don't think no.
Okay. So I don't know. My brain works weird. So part of me believes that we did. We went to the moon, lost technology, so we couldn't go back. Bullshit. We either went to the moon, landed, found some folks, and we were told, do not return.
Yeah.
Which is why we did not come back.
Yeah.
And then we just said, well, sorry guys, we can't go back to the moon because we lost the technology. Frank was on a bender one night and he just misplaced the fucking shit. So we cannot go back to the moon. We're working on it. We just can't go back.
Or it could have been where whatever terrestrial was on the moon says, we told you not to do this. Now we're taking the technology back. Now, and all these years we've had to come up with our own to try to go back. That could be another thing too.
Or they did take the technology.
Or me, because like my favorite thing is the Illuminati. So, I'll tell you, I'm obsessed with Illuminati.
That's fine.
But like you said, the moon base thing. So they went up there. That's where the Illuminati headquarters is. So like Hitler's part of it, and then all the recent like whatever government officials we've had in the history since then, where like weird shit's happened. That's all where the main base is. And then like so any kind of weird little experiments that go down here is all stuff that they've concocted up there. So, COVID-19 vaccine or COVID-19 outbreak, 9/11.
So with that, so the Illuminati, the rulers of the world, that's their perch. Like like you go like the Roman Cathedral, like back when they would do the Roman shit where the gladiators and stuff.
Yeah.
You had the overseer way up here above everyone watching. Boom. That's the moon. That's what they're there. They're just like overseeing everything and be like, you know what? China's looking a little too fucking happy.
Let's infect the world with
that fucking Wuhan. Look at that. See that Wuhan station there? That little science lab? Yep. Nope. Not today. Button.
Right.
Outbreak. COVID-19. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, I could see that.
Yeah.
But then also part of me with the whole moon thing. This is going to get biblical.
Oh, man.
So, if you know, and with the Bible, it states that God created, when he created the earth and all that, he also created a firmament to separate the waters from above and the waters from below.
Okay.
So space is water. We have a firmament there. We cannot go through that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the sun and moon are in the firmament. They're with us. But we can't go into outer space. Like how, you know, oh, we launched this 30 years ago and it's driving past Pluto. What? No.
Yeah.
And then every fucking video and image that they've ever shown us looks so fucking like fake, which makes me think it's real because it looks so fucking fake. But then it's like, it can't be real. But like I said, biblical speak, you know, like we're supposed to be a sphere. Or a pear shape, whatever. Degrassi guy. Anyway, when the angels sat on the and looked upon the four corners of the earth, where the fuck's a corner in a sphere?
Yeah.
It's a corner's a corner. I don't know. And like, it would, okay, so what if, okay, what if Earth is flat? Don't laugh. What if Earth is flat? There's a firmament.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you ever play those like mobile games?
Yeah.
And like where you're like, oh, okay, well, here's my base. And then you finally upgrade to that one where you can be like, okay, now I got to go and I can attack this person.
Yeah.
But then it zooms out and you see all these little bubbles protecting the bases or whatever from other people. What if that is Earth? Like that concept. Like the firmament here is protecting us.
Okay.
And we're not allowed out because we can't fucking get out.
Uh-huh.
But nothing else can get in unless, you know, you go through like a wormhole.
So you're basically saying we're in a dome.
Yeah. The firmament.
Yeah.
Which, through all history, if you look at different civilizations, they have a firmament. Yeah. It shows land, peoples, firmament, heavens. It through all civilizations. Egyptian, Mayan,
we've
Norse.
Talked about this before too, though, because like with the whole say like we're in a dome thing, because that's when I spinned off with the. Well, I thought like, what if this was just like the world that we're in now is not the only one?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, because like,
and then throughout history, you know how we got dinosaurs and shit like that, like how we got Mr. Tolkien, where he came up with like all the elves and goblins and all this other shit.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Yeah,
they're on the other side of the firmament. They can't get in. We can't go, whatever. Maybe some point in time there's this where the fucking stars align just right, where a little hole opens and you can go through for a short period of time.
right.
All the motherfuckers that go missing, they made it through. They just can't make it back in. Anyway, they go out, and then that's where they see the dinosaurs, they see the elves, they see the goblins, they see the fairies, they see the leprechauns, they see Zack, and you know, all that shit.
Yeah.
So basically, we're a pool ball on God's pool table.
There you go.
That's a weird. Yeah, sure. That's a weird way to put it, but yeah.
saying.
But it's just.
I
really
agree with
weird.
it though. I mean, I can see it both ways. Really, I talked about the between. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Earth's absolutely not flat. I ain't now.
Like I can't
I
prove.
say I don't. Yeah, you can't prove it, so you don't know.
I can't prove that it's flat. I can't prove that it's a sphere.
Right.
Me personally cannot prove that, so I'm not going to side with any or. But I do love to argue, so I will argue to someone against something. But it's just weird for me to think about like how space is ever expanding. We're hurling through space, going around the sun. And we are rotating, and then all these other shit is also going around the sun and rotating, going forward, while but yet you look up and the stars are basically there, like they're traveling too, and then also when they talk about how the light that comes from a star to you is really that light you're seeing is from millions of years ago. It's finally reaching you, so you're able to see it. So is that star really even there?
Oh, really?
Like,
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Yeah, like if
I've always heard just like like a star. It's just like a burning whatever mass.
Burning balls of gas,
Yes.
millions of miles away.
Yeah. And then like it looks really small to us, but say like if you went to space, it would be like huge.
No, there's just fireflies that
Fireflies.
got up there.
But that's my thing is so like
Fireflies.
all these things that we know of space is just stuff that we've been taught since school.
Yeah.
Like growing up. So it was by the government. So it's just stuff they've instilled into our heads and is the only thing we know.
So say okay, so biblical. Lucifer gets banished from heaven, right?
Allegedly. Yeah.
He gets banished from heaven and he falls to earth. He falls to earth. He doesn't go to hell. He falls to earth. Hell is prepared for him and his followers when the second coming comes. When Jesus comes back, the pit is prepared for Lucifer and his followers. So he is on earth.
Okay.
Why are you fucking laughing?
I don't know how we went from government.
I'm going back anyway. Okay. So the government's part of this.
Okay.
So, and he is going to try his best to turn everyone away from God.
Okay.
Okay. How would he do that?
I don't know.
How would he turn everyone away from God? By instilling in them false truths of God. Like, say, God said, let there be light and all that other good shit in Genesis. And he talked about, and he created the earth, and he created this, he created the firmament, and they set up on the four corners of the earth and saw blah, 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 and all this other shit. Mm-hmm. So Lucifer goes, it's not flat. There ain't four corners. It's a sphere. Yeah. And then, like, the moment you walk into a classroom, there's a sphere. Yeah. That's exactly what you're taught from the moment you step into a classroom.
Yeah, anything to contradict the Bible.
Yeah, yes. It's in the book. It's like, like you said, it's got the globe.
Yes.
In the books, it's a circle.
Yeah. So, instills that into everyone to have that false. Okay. I'm not saying it's false. I'm not saying it's whatever. Yeah. But what I'm getting at is how he could turn everyone away from God, away from God's truths, is to instill lies into them. So therefore they don't believe in the actual God. Just how like the Sabbath was supposed to be on a Saturday and they moved it to Sunday or whatever.
Bill had prior plans.
Probably. But so you don't even follow the Sabbath correctly. I could be saying that wrong. I don't know. But they moved that. So everything is basically not what God implemented. So everyone has these false truths of God, and they wholly believe in this, but it's the wrong thing.
It's because it's what they've been taught since the beginning.
Yes.
Which is saying
which Lucifer instilled that into our world, because this is his world. He is on earth until the end times.
And then now that's what our government does with us now, is because everything that we hear from, like, nowadays, you hear from the news, on social media, and it's stuff that they handpick to put out there, so we just soak it in. And if, we're the mindless zombies that they're pumping full of all this stuff that they're putting in our body, because we're just like, oh, I love it, McDonald's. I'm going to take all these freaking vitamins because that's what they tell me to do.
Dude, okay, so just like that.
Yeah.
I've been binge watching fucking Supernatural. Anyway, so on the episode where the Leviathans are trying to take over, right? So they put out this turducken sandwich.
Yeah.
And they start eating the shit, and then they just become mindless fucking zombies and just don't give two shits.
Well, I mean, that's basically what society is now. Is we've all become mindless zombies because, for the most part, a lot of us just follow along and we believe what was on the news.
Yep.
Granted, you have the people that be like, each side has their own, team or whatever. But like, I think all of it's a lie. No matter what side you're on, you're being lied to on both ends. It's just they're putting in there what you want because then we divide the country. Therefore, you have enemies on both sides. Nobody's going to get along. So then they are not having eyes on them. You all are fighting amongst yourselves.
Yes.
Also, at that, you also won't have the American people standing together to go against tyranny.
Right.
That's the big. I think that's the reason why they want to keep everybody divided.
Yeah. Because like, if anybody believes that, like with the government choices and whatnot, I don't believe we have a say like we think we like. People say we do. Like voting, I don't believe voting's real.
No.
Voting is not. It's all rigged.
They handpick their
I'll say
person.
Presidents have been probably handpicked for the next generations to come.
Not to turn things political, but to see how the voting system works in our country. Just in our state alone, we just voted, in one where it was, they passed the PTO thing or whatever, sick day pay.
Yeah.
The governor turned around and revoked it. I'm like, what was the point of voting for it then? If you guys are just going to run things the way you want to run it. I'm just saying. What's the point of voting?
But like you said, everything is put in front of our faces to cause tension, and then anytime like they need to cause an uproar, something happens just like that.
Yeah.
And then it divides us even more.
Well, not to mention it, because look how good the 90s was. Like, everybody ponders the 90s, because 90s was so cool and hip and all that. And then, boom, 2000. 9/11 happens. And then, since then, it's just been ongoing battles here and there.
Well, like with war? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that's because where the money is.
Yeah.
There's no money in peace.
Because, that's where the money is. And, and look at our economy, how it's suffered since then, too.
Oh, money's not for us.
I know that. I'm just saying.
Money's not for us.
To me, the 90s was the last decent decade.
I'll say from when I was young in the 90s, but like it didn't seem. Granted, I wasn't an adult, so I didn't know much of the adult world.
Yeah, I only knew what the adults told me,
right,
or I overheard.
It didn't seem as like my parents didn't seem as stressed out. Like shoot, people nowadays, everybody's stressed.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
That went way, way away.
But it's all part of. But it all revolves around the government.
Yeah.
Doing what they want, telling us what they want for them to keep control.
Yeah.
They don't work for us. We work for them.
Exactly.
So, I bust my ass every week. Every day of my life, and I pay taxes. Yeah, get the hell out of here. Anyway.
I'll say, I like the taxes. I don't understand that.
That pisses me off.
Because we were talking about that once, right? The only reason why we pay taxes was to, what was it? Way back in the day. It was to fund.
Was it World War One?
I think so. Yeah, World War One.
Was it World War One?
It was to fund the war. It was to help. To help fund the war, right? But it was only supposed to be temporarily.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the taxation paper, if you look at the IRS taxation and on that, and you actually, I'm not that damn smart right now, so I can't just pull a fucking article out of my head. But if you look at that, it says that the only thing that is involuntary to pay taxes on is your profits, not your wages, not your time and wages. That is voluntary to pay on is your wages. No. The only thing is mandatory to pay on is your profits. Like what? How? I don't get profits. I get profits on bonuses. That's a profit because I did nothing for that. That is the store wherever we work is profiting.
The company did well.
So therefore, they're paying us because they did well. So therefore, because we helped them do well, we're getting a little bump,
a little kickback,
and some shit. That is, a profit. Really. So that, yes, we'll pay taxes on. But our time and all that shit, no. That's my time. I'm putting forth my time, my effort, my energy to get money for me, not for you.
It's ridiculous.
But if everyone out there just stands up and says, no, you're not going to do it, we might be able to get rid of that. I mean, we did it before.
Well,
No.
we're not going to take it. Twisted Sister's playing in the background.
That's right. I mean, we did it before.
Over a 2% tax increase.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck your tea.
I mean, the whole reason why we broke away from, I'm not trying to stay off subject here, but the whole reason why we broke away from England or whatever it was to not be taxed, right?
No taxation without representation. Now we're
now
just
the
getting
government's
ass raped
taxing.
with tax.
So anyway,
You go to work, your time and effort gets taxed on. You're taxed on that. So therefore you take the money that you pay taxes on to buy food and pay taxes on that.
yeah.
To go home, to leave and go home in the vehicle that you pay taxes on
To the home
every year to the home where you pay taxes on every year. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's stupid. Anyway,
Talking about money,
It's almost better just to be homeless.
government money reminds me
Yeah.
of
or live off
Yeah.
the fucking land.
Yeah, just live off the grid.
the government with money reminds me of JFK and RFK.
What about?
Well,
Explain.
JFK didn't want to go to war. He got in the way, so they took care of him. RFK wanted to find out who killed JFK, so they out him.
CIA?
I mean, without going in full detail, that was basically.
And
in
I
a
believe
nutshell.
the gun that was fired in the kitchen wasn't actually fired. Like
wasn't fired.
they
like there was no evidence of the.
no, it was not fired. Like there was no expent rounds. There was none of that from
Well,
the one that they recovered from him.
I thought I heard it was one was jammed or something that wouldn't fire.
It wasn't fired. Just like there was a conspiracy out about Lincoln with Booth. The gun didn't fire.
I don't know what's that.
I don't know how, like back then.
Now,
you
I
couldn't
will
prove
tell you
that
this.
stuff.
Now, if you think about Lincoln, all those security guards he had, that dude snuck through all those security guards to get up to that booth.
Yeah, but you gotta think it was a different time back then. So
I mean, but this was with the Civil War going on, right?
I think
I
it
mean,
was
you would-
inside.
you
They
would
let
think-
him up there.
That there would be a little more. What are you doing up here?
okay, but at the same time, you gotta think the time period was way different, and then what he was fighting for and what he won over, there were a lot of angry people.
Yeah.
So they're looking at him as public enemy number one. So
That's
you
what I
guarantee you had somebody that could have been even part of his little
His
bodyguard
little-
unit.
yeah, that's
they
what I
were
was
like,
saying.
they didn't agree with his stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's what he was getting at.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that it was an inside ordeal.
Those guards, some of those guards, like gone,
Yeah.
or turn like they don't see nothing.
You guys ever hear of the Gulf of
America?
Tonkin incident?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You have?
That's what got us into the Vietnam War.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was. All right. So, what do you know about it?
I know it came out later that never happened.
That's right. So, in 1964, the incident where North Vietnamese forces allegedly attacked U.S. ships provided the justification for American military escalation in Vietnam. Declassified documents later revealed that the second attack never happened, and the first was provoked by covert U.S. operations.
Yeah, because it's all like, I don't follow Vietnam War a lot, but like mine mainly was World War II. So Vietnam, it was North Vietnam and South Vietnam fighting each other.
Uh-huh.
So we had, what was our reason for going in?
We were stationed over there to train the South Vietnamese, I believe, to do operations against the North. We were training.
Why?
I don't know. I guess we were friends.
Okay.
I have no idea. I wasn't alive.
So we support the South side, but not the North side.
So you just think about all those lives that were lost, and it's not like were given an option.
I was like, because
They
all
were
the stuff you see, like
that was the last
yeah.
war we drafted for.
And like, 'cause that was a brutal war.
So this shit happened in '64. The operations.
So the
or whatever.
CIA was at its highest.
This happened in '64. This fabrication, which led to the deaths of over 58,000 Americans and millions of Vietnamese, wasn't fully acknowledged until 2005.
It's a long time.
What
2005. So,
they usually do, they wait 50 years.
yeah, until everyone who was involved is dead.
Hmm.
So nothing can happen to them.
I forgot my power.
And I think before we started, I think you said something about Watergate, or one of you guys did.
Zach did.
I mentioned the Watergate one.
I am not a crook.
In 1972, operatives connected the President Nixon's re-election campaign broke into the Democratic National Committee headquarters. The subsequent cover-up involving the highest levels of government included hush money payments, destruction of evidence, and abuse of the FBI and CIA. The scandal unraveled thanks to an anonymous source and tenacious reporting by Washington Post journalists Woodward and Bernstein. I'm pretty sure that was Gump, though, that made that phone call.
I thought they can't turn the lights on. They were whatever flashlights.
They keeping me up.
Because that was another one. Was like, so I never really did follow like political stuff, conspiracies there for the longest time. And I think it was till I met you, and that's when I got into it. So like, I had no idea what Watergate was. Like,
I know the Watergate salad's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I do know that.
I guess that's where they get the name for it.
What?
Watergate salad. Maybe it was popular around the
But anyway,
Watergate.
so like, was there any like leaked documents later on in life where it talked about all the stuff that was the cover-ups that they were trying to get rid of or whatever?
It was I mean it released came out that they, the hush money and all that stuff about Nixon's re-election.
It's like it was all like pointed towards being rigged.
Yeah.
Okay.
They knew their answer when he resigned. He stepped down as president.
Gotcha.
They already knew.
But
I will resign as of noon tomorrow.
You got any other ones, Jim, or anybody?
I know that's about all the ones I know off the top of my head. If we're sticking to just like the government side, yeah. Next week though, they're gonna go on.
Because that's also could be part of this episode too, is the terrestrials.
Oh.
No, we'll say that one for next
We'll
time because
save
I
that
have
one.
so
Yeah,
much
so
stuff.
there's that. What do you guys think of Oklahoma City?
It's a city in
It's a
Oklahoma.
city in Oklahoma.
The bombing.
There was a bombing.
The Oklahoma City bomb.
You think that government had something to do with that, or you think that was actual?
You have to give me
Go
more
into
info.
detail.
Yeah. The only bombing I know about is the Boston.
It is the
Marathon
Boston
one.
Marathon bombing is the only bombing I really know.
No, he was.
Here.
What?
Yeah. I said I've never heard that one. Like I said, the only one I know is the Boston
That
Marathon.
was in the 90s.
So while you're looking that up,
Yeah, we were babies in the 90s.
so in 73 to 77, the Church of Scientology.
Sir, the what?
Church of Scientology.
Ain't that a religion?
Yeah.
Oh.
Church of Scientology.
Oh.
Tom Cruise. Anyway, conducted the largest infiltration of the U.S. government in history. Members placed in government positions stole documents about the church and purged negative records. The operation was discovered when the FBI raided Scientology offices in 1977, revealing the massive conspiracy. 11 high-ranking church members, including founder L. Ron Hubbard's wife, Mary Sue, were they were imprisoned.
Oh. Yeah, learn us about some Oklahoma there, dude.
So at 9:02 a.m. on April 19, 1995, a Ryder rental truck containing more than 6,200 pounds of ammonium nitrate fertilizer and diesel fuel mixture was detonated in front of the north side of the 9-story Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. The attack claimed 168 lives and left over 600 people injured.
Oh.
And the bomber was Timothy McVeigh
What's the...
with Terry Nichols.
Can I click that?
I mean, like...
So the
That's
Alfred...
what it looked like, and that's what it... Yeah.
So the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building was a United Federal Government complex. I think for what, though?
Yeah, what was in the building?
Okay, the building was designed by architect Stephen Horton, Wendell Locke of Locke and White Associates, Mother Trucker.
Regional offices,
First
Social Security Administration.
Okay.
So it's a government building. That's why everybody's like, "Oh, it was inside." They're thinking that they were patsies.
So, and it says on October 14th, 1977, A few hours before a dedication ceremony at the federal building was scheduled to occur, an unidentified man called the offices of the American Elevator Company and said that a bomb was going to detonate in the federal building. Was that Murrah?
Yeah.
Murrah building, and 2 other federal offices in Oklahoma City were evacuated, but no explosives were found. The dedication ceremonies went on as planned later that day. And then a similar threat was received September 22nd, 1980, again leading to the brief evacuation of all 3 federal offices in the complex. So it blew up once, and then there was 3 other threats against it. I mean, what is in this building?
So what's really sad is there was a daycare in that building too, and
that's
some kids that got killed.
What would be the purpose of doing that?
I'm guessing to hide Social Security records, to destroy them, maybe.
Okay, that's weird that they would list this. They have a list of all the artwork in the building.
Well, I know, like,
I mean, I didn't really fully read into it. I knew about the bombing because 95, but the whole conspiracy behind it being this Social Security Administration building.
Well, I don't understand what the significance of it would be, because I know like when Doge with Musk and Trump, when they created that and they went through and was finding all these Social Security payments going out to people who were long gone.
Yeah, whatever. Who's collecting them?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know the benefit of destroying Social Security records.
My thing is because something with Waco, Texas set him off, apparently. But why would you travel all the way to Oklahoma City to bomb? I don't get it.
I'm looking up the guy right now. The Timothy McVeigh.
Mm-hmm. He was lethal. He died by lethal injection.
American investors, mastermind and perpetrated the Oklahoma bombing. So it unalived 167 or 168, including 19 children. That's it. Injured 684 people and destroyed 1/3 of the building. It remains the deadliest act of domestic terrorism in the U.S. So a Gulf War veteran, McVeigh became radicalized by anti-government beliefs. He sought revenge against the United States federal government for the 1993 Waco siege, as well as the 1992 Ruby Ridge incident. McVeigh expressed particular disapproval of federal agencies such as the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and the Federal Bureau of Investigation for their handling of issues regarding private citizens. He hoped to inspire a revolution against the federal government, and he defended the bombing as a legitimate tactic against what he saw as a tyrannical government. So he was arrested shortly after, and then, like Jim said,
I think that was the wrong way of doing it, though. Stand up to your government, but don't do it like that, because then you got innocent people involved. Yeah. You know what I mean? Definitely not the way to do it.
Oh, hang on. So let's go into this, though. Because while in the military, McVeigh sent $20 for a trial membership for the KKK. Although he was not aware of most of their beliefs, but has been impressed with one of their pamphlets on gun rights.
What you looking up over there?
So he had a co-conspirator, Terry Nichols.
I guess he got life in prison.
It's crazy.
Okay, so in 1970, President Richard Nixon signed the Controlled Substance Act, which classified marijuana as a Schedule I drug, supposedly the most dangerous category. alongside heroin. The decision wasn't based on science. Nixon's own commission later recommended decriminalizing marijuana, but he ignored it. Instead, as Nixon aide John whatever, I can't say that last name, later admitted, the administration used drug laws to target its political enemies, linking marijuana to anti-war hippies and heroin to black communities. By criminalizing both, they could disrupt and discredit those groups. The result was the start of the modern war on drugs, built not on evidence, but on politics and racism.
I can see that.
It's fucking insane.
Which is funny because now we've gone full circle and now it's legal everywhere. At least in America.
Yeah.
All because of that paper mill. The reason why it was criminalized to begin with. Because before we were using hemp for paper. And
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd disrupt the fucking logging business. But y'all know that during the Bush administration, there was a conspiracy that the government had warrantless wiretapping on everyone's cell phones and was listening to anyone they wanted to at any time.
That's fucked up.
Of course, this was illegal. It turned out to be true, and AT&T and Verizon, who helped with it, were sued. Bush and Congress basically bailed them out by passing a new law. The NSA's warrantless surveillance program, also known as the Terrorist Surveillance Program, began after 9/11 when the Bush administration secretly authorized the NSA to monitor Americans' phone calls, emails, and internet activity without court warrants. The government claimed it was meant to track terrorists, but the program ended up sweeping up data from millions of ordinary people.
I know how they did it too.
Companies like AT&T and Verizon helped by giving the NSA access to their networks. When the
That's him.
That's you, man. When the program was exposed in 2005, it caused a massive public backlash and several lawsuits over privacy violations. But instead of ending it, Congress passed the FISA Amendments Act of 2008, which made the surveillance legal after the fact and granted the phone companies immunity, all justified under the banner of national security.
So here you go.
That's cop-outs, what that is.
I got a what if conspiracy on that one. So does it explain how they bugged everybody's phones?
No.
No? Okay. So, because it's not a thing anymore all of a sudden. But remember back in the day, like, it would have been around that time. Ringtones, ringback tones, like when you would call somebody. And
oh, yeah.
So what if you had to download those? So you download those off of a server.
Yeah.
Boom. That's how they're getting it.
And you would basically, because you would go on to, like if you had Verizon, you go to Verizon's ringback tones.
Yep.
And if AT&T, the same thing.
Or even those, like, because you could even get them off those random those websites. You go on and download them.
Yeah.
But, like, because you would have to download that to your phone, and then it would download the file. Or download, you couldn't, unless you actually looked into it. You wouldn't know it's all 100% on that file. And then it's on your phone until you do a delete it, like, get rid of it. And then now, in the future, where we're at now, there is no such thing as ringtones. There's no, like, the ringback tones.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be how they did it.
Tuskegee? You ever heard of?
Tuskegee?
Yeah. The Tuskegee syphilis study?
Is that where they injected, they injected the black community with,
It was a racist and unethical 40-year medical experiment carried out by the U.S. government where black men with syphilis were deliberately left untreated. From 1932 to 1972, the study involved hundreds of poor black men in Alabama who had syphilis but were never told they had the disease. Instead of treating them, doctors studied how the illness would progress if left untreated, even after penicillin became a standard cure in the 40s.
That's messed
The
up.
men were misled and denied proper care for decades, which caused serious harm and death. The study only ended after a news report exposed it, leading to public outrage and a formal government apology in 1997.
That's crazy. See, like my thing too with that is like so.
Let's see, 50 years. It's
So-
like 50 is a golden number.
Like my thing is like there's so many things that have a cure now that didn't. But my thing is, what is there still out there that we don't have cures for? That we actually do. It's just it would hurt big pharma.
We fucking have
Like-
cure.
Oh, yeah.
Cancer.
I guarantee you, there's a cure for cancer, but they will not come out about it because then that's like hella money away from the
Yeah.
pharma
And
companies.
people start living to be 80, 90,
Right.
100 years old again.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if there was a cure for every disease we have, close to it. But now, if you think about it, now that people has a lot of the nation went for those COVID vaccines, and future generations is gonna have all kinds of new stuff that they're gonna end up going down on.
Yeah. What about a counterintelligence program? It was a secret FBI operation that ran from the 50s to the early 70s, aimed at spying on, infiltrating, and sabotaging American political and activist groups.
Yeah, I was reading that one earlier.
Under FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, the agency targeted civil rights leaders, anti-Vietnam War protesters, feminists, socialists, and especially the Black Panthers, even trying to discredit Martin Luther King Jr. through blackmail and fake letters.
Yeah.
Agents wiretapped phones, spread false rumors, and used undercover informants to sow distrust within movements. The program's existence was completely hidden from the public until 1971, when activists broke into an FBI office in Pennsylvania and leaked documents to the press. The files exposed years of illegal government surveillance and harassment, making counterintelligence program one of the most notorious government cover-ups in U.S. history.
Yeah, it was crazy. And that was a president that sanctioned that, right?
Oh,
You said it was
Hoover.
FBI Director
Okay.
J.
Yeah.
Edgar Hoover,
So like and
the
then-
creator of FBI.
Yeah. So then what's weird though, like so you go back to Edgewood Arsenal experiment things.
Yeah.
Those experiments were started by John F. Kennedy. So that's weird.
That is kind of...
I don't know if he knew. Maybe he didn't know what the experiments actually turned to, because everything else was hush hush. But yeah, I mean, you'd think being the president. What's that one? There's that one that I've heard about before, where it was the people in the apartment complex.
Manhattan Project?
Is that the Manhattan Project? Because I've heard some stuff about it, not a lot. I think I've heard you talk about it.
Jim, you want to look up the Manhattan Project?
Yeah, we got all kinds of tabs open. Mm-hmm.
Drives me insane.
Type it in, Jim. So it was a research and development program undertaken during World War II to produce the first nuclear weapons. It was led by the United States in collaboration with the United Kingdom and Canada. The Manhattan Project employed nearly 130,000 people at its peak and cost nearly US $2 billion, equivalent to about $28 billion in 2024.
Wonder why we're in so much damn debt.
Right. Wait. So, like, was this when they made the big bomb? The one that they dropped on.
Are you talking about
Hiroshima,
Fat Man?
you
And,
talking about Hiroshima?
Yeah. Is that what this was about?
It could have been the start of it. I don't think. Does it mention that in there?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm reading. Right here, yeah. The weapons designed were produced at Los Alamos Laboratory in New Mexico and resulted in two weapons designs used during the war: Little Boy
yep,
and Fat Man.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm saying, man, like that's crazy that like all this stuff started happening around like like the 40s, like the 40s, 30s, the earliest, from the 40s to the 70s. The U.S. government was in some like shady stuff. That creepy.
Yeah. Mid to late 70s, really.
That's scary.
In the lead up to the 2003 invasion of Iraq, the U.S. government claimed that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction, which was used as a key justification for the war. After the invasion, no weapons of mass destruction were found, and investigations showed the intelligence was manipulated or exaggerated to make the case for war. The government tried to minimize the impact of this failure, but the truth slowly came out.
Guess who owned the main weapon manufacturer for the war on terrorism? Vice President.
Who?
Cheney.
Oh.
Cheney became a multi-millionaire on that one.
Man, they had all kinds of project sites for this. So, Richland, Berkeley, and Yokern, Wendover. So my thing is, if all those would have went off, one in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Malin, how do you even say that?
I have no idea.
Malin Crodit Pharmaceuticals PLC is an Irish-American manufacturer of specialty pharmaceuticals.
I'm telling you, man, that's some weird shit going on. It ain't good, Eric.
Oh yeah, because it goes. So this company went from uranium processing from 1942 to 1957, and then went through corporate changes and did cocaine processing from Coca-Cola's coca plants.
Yeah, because I used to put that shit in soda.
That's right.
That's what gets you addicted to it.
It was good stuff. That's what pepped you up. Well, Coca-Cola was the great.
Santa Claus liked it too.
It was the GOAT. Yeah, how else is he going to get around the entire world in one night?
I know.
Hyped up on that cocaine.
You don't see Santa Claus drinking Pepsi.
So the moral of the story, just don't trust your U.S. government because they've been shady since the 50s.
Yeah. That's when all the ET shit started popping off too, is the 50s and 60s. That's when a lot of, if you think about a lot of our cryptic stuff, all pops off.
And
50s, 60s.
Oh, because a couple of the ones that we did was like fucking like the mermaids. That was way back when. And then the first, I can't remember what it was, but it was the back in 1800. I think that was Mothman. The late 1800s was the first encounter, and then in 19 what the fuck ever.
That was in the 40s or 40s or 50s.
Population of it, though, is what I'm talking about. Like when it became real popular.
I will say that it's kind of weird. We dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then UFO crash and recovery. And that was a cover up.
So what's scary though, like when you look at this, the Manhattan Project, like their map of their testing, I guess their whatever you call it, sites. Like, if there would have been a malfunction and something would have went off, nobody would be here.
Yeah.
Like, this entire continent would be gone.
Throughout the entire country.
Like, well, you got West Coast and then heavily on the East Coast. Like, in St. Louis, they would have just been vanished. So just, like, imagine what if. That'd have been messed up.
Like, they tested the effects of radiation, didn't they? That's what they did?
Yeah.
In the apartment buildings? They tested the effects of radiation on the human body.
It's horrible.
But the government wouldn't do that to you. The government loves you.
That's just crazy, though.
We work for you.
Yeah, okay.
We love you.
Like, I'm still, like I said, a fair believer. Like,
get on your knees and tell me you love
the president we have now was predetermined. The next president's predetermined, and then the one after that'll be predetermined. Like, it's all for show.
All right, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't.
Like, man, look at like some of these pictures. You might have to send just some of these. Oh, look at that. That's creepy.
Dude, and then, like, did you see the effects, like, the aftermath of Hiroshima?
Oh, yeah.
And shit?
I've watched videos. I've seen pictures.
Fucking the shadow is burnt into the fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, what is? Do you need to go blow your nose or something?
No. I keep hearing it about that in this ear, but I'm far away from it.
I can hear you wheezing.
That's weird. Yeah, you don't have to send Eric some of these pictures so he can show the people. That's weird.
I got some of those, Oklahoma.
So is that all we got? I'm out of conspiracy or at least political.
Well,
ones.
government and cover-ups, yes, I'm out of those. But then there's so many other ones. Operation Fishbowl.
Fishbowl.
Next week.
Operation Fishbowl is it kind of coincides with the firmament, but anyway.
That's more towards the firmament, right?
That's more towards we're in a fucking dome. Not ETs, but we're in a dome.
What? You want to cover it real quick or no?
We'll save it.
We'll save it.
Firmament.
I'm ready.
Firmament.
We could probably do a whole episode on just flat Earth.
I'm so ready for next week's episode though for the
ETs.
Just anything extraterrestrial. Because there is so much stuff with ETs that will blow.
And the different races.
Yes.
And the evidence that we have of ETs.
Not even that, just the.
Oh. Yeah, also, the Disclosure Day or whatever, that new movie that's about to pop by Steven Spielberg.
There's a new movie coming in?
Yes, dude. You ain't watched that trailer yet?
No.
Fuck.
We'll watch it when we're done recording.
Solid. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Anyway, as always, this is Wacky Tidings reminding all of you.
Stay weird.
Stay wonderful.
And stay wacky.
And don't trust your government.
That's right. Catch you in the next one.